is going on? Blossom is back, and welcome back to another episode of Top Drives. Now, if you are new to the channel, I do welcome you. I hope you do like the content that I put out and do consider subscribing. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, I always appreciate your support. Now, today's episode, it's a special one. I won the Bugatti Chiron Sport. What can I say? I mean, it's arguably one of the best prize cars in the game. If not, it might even be the best prize car in the game. But today's episode is basically, I'm just gonna tell you how I won it. If you're interested to know about that, you know, what were the aspects that led me to victory, and just the deck that I used. So I'm gonna just tell you real quick about how I won it, what deck did I use, and then we're gonna end the video with a clip of me actually getting, opening the pack and being speechless and all that. The reason why I'm splitting this into two parts was because the second part of the video where I actually pull out the Chiron, I was so tired. Like, you will see later, I was so tired, so I just wanted a more lively introduction to this video than me going, "What's up, guys? I just had like 40 hours of no sleep." You know what I mean? But like, yeah, it was exhausting, it was exhilarating, it was stressful, it was fun. I mean, the whole Chiron finals was just, it's what makes Top Drives, it's one of the reasons that makes Top Drives so great. Like, it's so immersive. Even though you're not actually racing any of the cars, like, it's just so, like, it's insane. Anyway, so before we jump into that, I'm just going to show you, if you're interested, what I used to win the Chiron and, the aspects that came into play. So the first one is obviously my deck. So yeah, it's in the Hall of Fame now, this deck. Like, honestly, I love these cars now. Like, they're all just like all-stars to me. Very little decks really jump into my Hall of Fame. Right now, the decks in my Hall of Fame is, Chiron Sport, Roof TTR3 Club Sport, the Demon, and like that one dodge hand I had for the M8 GTE prelims, because that got me like 1,000 points in like half an hour. But anyway, this is what I used. So I used a 1-star Bentley Bentayga, which I got recently from my GE Carbons. Along with getting that from my GE Carbons was my Lotus Evora Sport 410, which, as you can see, is almost maxed out. It's 21/24, which literally means I just need to put in one more upgrade, and I would have a maxed RQ27 Legendary. I know, you guys are probably like, why would you max an RQ27? Listen, this was like one of the best cars I had in my deck, and it was a hard carry. It was one of two cars that was a hard carry in my deck. This thing, don't underestimate it. It might not have super strong 0 to 60, but the MRA on this thing is just insanity. 97 MRA with a top speed of 193. It killed on those test bowl tracks. I love this thing, and that picture is one of the best I've ever seen. Moving on is the Bentley Continental GT Speed Coupe. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful car. I have it in the same upgrade patterns as the Evora at 669, and I just love it. I was so tempted to max it out for the finals, but in the end I didn't, because nobody else in my bracket actually had this specific Bentley but one person, and that one person had it at 233. I didn't want to make a risk and 323'd it, because I want to 323 this car in the long haul, and I'm going to 323 this car, but I didn't want to 323 it then. I don't know why, I just didn't feel like doing it, but I'm going to 323 this car in the long haul, and I felt like I needed to 233 it, just so I could, have a draw with his deck. But I didn't want to 233 it in the end, so I just left it at 223. Next one is the Lotus Exige 265E. This was the car that just got pounded in the finals for me, but it was a strategical loss every single time. I put this in the G-Force and everything. It never won, but it only lost by 50, which is exactly what I want. I don't want a car that loses by like 60, 70, because that's going to be detrimental, especially in like a 3-2 situation. But yeah, as you can see, win ratio of 40%, 104 races. Not all the races were in this finals. Obviously, I used it in the Lotus finals for the Huracan as well. But still, I love this car. It might have lost every race, but it was all calculated, so I love it. And last one is the second hard carry in my deck, which was indeed the Land Rover Defender Works V8. This thing was insane. It won everything. It beat everything besides one car on one track set, which was Slalom, and it beat every car but the Opel off-roader on the Slalom. That was the only time it lost. So there was one track set that I was definitely very weak in, because that was a track set that had no fast circuits and it had the Slalom. And as you can tell, the Evora is more fast and twisty minded. Oh, yes, it has 99 handling, but trust me, it's more of a fast car when you want to capitalize on that 97 MRA. And obviously the Bentayga was kind of bipolar. It was really good on the one track set that had the drag in the snow or the sand or whatever, but then it wasn't good in all the other track sets for against cars of its caliber. Anyway, so that was my deck. Now I'm gonna tell you how I won the Chiron. Like, what were the aspects? There were 4 aspects. The first one was saving. As you know me, I like to hoard my fuse material. Obviously, because I had to 2-star my Evora and 3-star my Rover and 2-star my Continental, and then put 2 more fuses into my Lotus. I have like no more fuse material anymore, but it came in handy. It came in when I needed to use it because I got the bad boy. But yeah, there are 4 main aspects, right? The first main aspect was saving, and obviously, you guys asked, how many ultras do I actually hoard? Like, how many ultras do I actually save? I had like 56 ultras before the final. That was all in my insurance, in my stockpile, and they dated back to 2019. Like, I'm sure you guys remember my 4 million pack opening on my birthday. I got about 21 ultras from that. Most of them were fuse. I used those ultras from December for the Chiron final. So you can tell I've been hoarding them for a while. And then I've had like a couple 1 million pack openings as well. There was 2 million pack opening as well. So all those ultras kind of accumulated, and epics as well. They all accumulated, and they all funneled into the finals for me. But that's only one aspect, because the second aspect that helps me victory, to help me get the Bugatti, was gold. I needed gold, a lot of gold. So basically, my gold wasn't for opening carbon fibers. Obviously, I did open all the carbon fibers, but the gold that I needed was for buying tickets, servicing cars, and skipping upgrade times. So, especially a stage 2 legendary upgrade skip is about 1,000 gold. It's pretty pricey. So I needed gold for that. Obviously, in my situation, I did have to buy gold with my money because I spent all my gold on the GE carbon fibers. But, for you guys, if you find yourself in a situation like this, I would just say, save up gold now so you can use it in the future. This situation was a little different because usually we say, usually I would do well in the finals in which I had a good foundation, right? Which meant like the Roof CTR3 was American finals, and I already had a good American hand, so I didn't even need to use gold to open packs. I just used the gold to, like I said, buy tickets, skip fuses, skip upgrade times, all that kind of stuff, servicing cars and everything. But this one was a bit different. I did not have a really good foundation, so I did have to open all 15 GEs. But, this brings me to my third aspect that got me the car, luck. Because of luck, I finally did get the foundation I needed from those 15 GE carbons, and then, it all kind of came together after that with the gold that I had to, skip all the fuses and buy tickets, and then the fuse material that I had to upgrade the foundational cars that I got from those carbon fibers. So that was another aspect, which was luck. That's obviously one that you can't dictate, but you can dictate all the rest. And then lastly was community. Being in a bracket with a bunch of just good people really helps. I got really lucky, so shout out to the people I had a truce with in my Bugatti Chiron bracket, to Brian H, Edward H, and Braden B. You guys are absolutely amazing, and honestly, I trust you with my life. I trust you with my garage now. Really appreciate you guys, and I'm so happy to have worked with you. Especially Brian, you were MVP, buddy. So if you need anything in the future, you want me to shout out anything for you on my channel, as long as it's not derogatory, I would gladly help you out in anything. Obviously, just had a great bracket. Had some good friends in there. We had a group chat going as well, so we could talk about strategies, what we would do to stay up, and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, basically all these things accumulating together led to a really successful final. It was still very stressful, even though I had all the resources. It was still very, very stressful because there is one thing that you can never alleviate, and that is the unknown. You just never know. You just never know what's gonna happen until the finals is actually over and you have secured your tier 1 spot. So that's always scary and exhilarating at the same time. But yeah, that was basically everything that led to me getting the Chiron Sport. My advice to you is to really follow this as well. You know, always save your fuse material for, you know, that one prize car you want. Just set your, especially if you're free to play, just set your sights on one prize car you want and just wait for that one day so you can, you know, either save all your gold to open all those packs, which is required for that one car you want, or save all that gold so you can buy tickets, or both. And then, you know, always save your fuse material. You never know when you're gonna need to speed max a car. And then finally, just community. I don't know, at this point, just pray that you have a good bracket and you know, people are willing to work with each other, because not every time people will be willing to work with each other, but I would say about 80 to 85% of the time people will love to work with each other. But with that said, yeah, that was everything that got me the Bugatti Chiron Sport, guys. So that's gonna be it for this part of the video. We're gonna jump into the clip where I actually got it, and the car I got before the Bugatti Chiron Sport was definitely a car I loved as well. So with that said, guys, I hope you guys have a great day, and let's jump into the clip. And once again, I have to say that clip, I was running on like 40 hours of no sleep, 40 hours of just being awake. So if I do come off as tired and a little like just spaced out, you would know why. So I do apologize for that. But I hope you guys have a great day, and let's go on to the clip of me getting the Chiron. I can't speak right now. I just. We got it. Oh my goodness. We got the Bugatti Chiron Sport. Oh my goodness. This was the most intense ever. Just the most intense. You've been through the journey with me, guys. You saw me open the 15 GE packs, and then obviously you didn't see any of the gameplay, but honestly I was in no mood, in no situation to make proper gameplay videos, trust me. The last hour of this was just... Okay, first off, I just want to say I am so grateful for just the people I work with. One of the reasons why I love Top Drives, why I love this game so much, obviously it's about cars, and that's what drags all of us in. You know, Top Drives is a game about cars, and we love cars. We're all petrol heads, gas heads, petrol heads, and you know, we always come in and collect what we want. But then, you know, that's just the surface. There's so much more to Top Drives that just really hits you, and like it's events like this where it really shows the beauty of the game. It was so intense for the final 24 hours to get this. I mean, I was staring constantly at the brackets. I was racing constantly, making sure, you know, my cars were correct. I actually almost maxed out my legendary, the Evora Sport that we saw us get. Let me just open this pack real quick. But the Evora Sport that we got, alright, first off, I want to say the last car is for Brian H. If it wasn't for him, getting this would be just 100 times monumentally just way harder. So what I mean about, you know, the fact that Top Drives, and I'm sorry that I'm talking a lot, but just really, this is why I love this game. We start off the Miura P400. What do we get next? We got an Aston! This is perfect! Oh my god! We finally got an Aston, the first epic Aston! Yes! Aston Martin DBS Carbon Black, but last card is indeed dedicated for Brian. Let's turn it around. Bugatti Chiron Sport, baby. Okay, I just can't put words into my mouth right now. And the epic Aston, dude, that's just the icing on the cake. I mean, you know me, okay? I love every Aston, and honestly, the DBS is one of my favorites. Back-to-back prize cars as well, Chiron, Huracan, and February 2020 has been the best year. Just the best, not the best year, the best month ever. It's been the best month ever for Top Drives. This is now, what, legendary number 6 or legendary number 7 of February 2020. I can't believe it. I'm speechless, guys. I'm speechless. I'm sorry. I'm rambling, but this is why I love the game. This is why I love the game. Yes, a part of it is just winning the big cars, but just the community, right? Anyway, guys, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Blossom out.